Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Patch Notes. I'm your host, Torres, and let's jump into your weekly Patch Notes. McKenna!
Hey, how's it going?
Today is February 6th, the Sunday. Do you know what today is? You know what holidays are today?
There's something, but I don't know off the top of my head.
Today is Pay a Compliment Day, so just give a compliment to somebody. Like McKenna, you have big brain for trivia.
Thank you.
And it's
I
cool.
appreciate it. And you, good host, across the board.
You, good producer across the board.
Thank you.
Today is also Pork Rind Appreciation Day.
Don't know if I want to appreciate pork rinds though.
Fair enough. You can also have some frozen yogurt because it's National Frozen
Okay,
Yogurt Day.
I can get behind that.
And you can eat all of this stuff with a special utensil because today is National Chopsticks Day.
I don't know how some of that will work out.
I don't know what it is with chopsticks, but the first time I picked up chopsticks, I nailed it instantly.
I have never been able to do it properly.
On January 31st, it came out that PlayStation is going to acquire Bungie for $3.6 billion. This news comes 2 weeks after Xbox announced its plans to acquire Activision Blizzard. So first, Xbox is going to own Crash Bandicoot, and now PlayStation is going to acquire the creators of Halo? This was just the first month of the year. What's going on? Along with creating Halo, Bungie is also known for being the studio behind Destiny and is currently in the throes of creating so much content for Destiny 2. As part of the acquisition, Bungie confirmed that they will remain a multi-platform studio by promising Destiny 2 will stay on all current platforms and expanding to new platforms. Bungie will continue to have full control over Destiny as far as like publishing and creative rights. And Destiny will be the same across all platforms with no exclusive content on PlayStation or any other platforms for that matter. And with this deal comes many prospects for Sony and Bungie. For example, Bungie is going to be accelerating hiring so that they can expand their projects in the studio. PlayStation is going to be producing more live service games similar to Destiny 2, and there are plans to turn Destiny into a movie franchise for Sony Pictures. It's interesting to see all of these big companies acquiring other studios. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out, because with the news of Xbox and PlayStation in an arms race to buy studios, people were wondering if Nintendo is interested in getting in on the action as well and acquiring their own studios. But it turns out Nintendo is not really interested, kind of. Back in November of 2021, President of Nintendo Shuntaro Furukawa told investors Nintendo was going to invest in itself, and on Thursday, they reaffirmed this promise. Furukawa said, quote, "Our brand was built upon products crafted with dedication by our employees, and having a large number of people who don't possess Nintendo DNA in our group would not be a plus to the company." The most recent acquisition Nintendo made was actually Next Level Games, the studio behind Luigi's Mansion 3, but this acquisition was made after the studio had had a long relationship with Nintendo making their games. It just seems that Nintendo has no desire to make big acquisitions, meanwhile the other guys do. I guess this seems that PlayStation and Xbox do what Nintendo don't. Speaking of Nintendo, this week the YouTube channel GilvaSunner shut down after receiving over 2,000 copyright blocks from Nintendo. In case you aren't aware, GilvaSunner was a channel that would upload soundtracks from Nintendo games such as, Mario games, Zelda games, Pikmin games, even Mother 3. The videos were never monetized. It was kind of just like an archive of all these soundtracks on YouTube. And on Tuesday, GilvaSunner announced they would be shutting down the channel after receiving all the copyright blocks, saying it just wasn't worth it anymore. After this news came out, it was announced that Pokemon had created a Diamond and Pearl sound library full of music and sound effects people can listen to or use in, quote, personal videos. The service is called Pokemon DP Sound Library and was surely released to be alongside Pokemon Arceus, which takes place in the same region as Diamond and Pearl, if I remember correctly. I don't agree with the decision to shut down this channel, or at least have so many copyright blocks on it. Nintendo's approach to content has always been weird. People are being like, well, why did Nintendo allow Pokemon to do this? Nintendo doesn't completely own Pokemon. Pokemon is its own company. The Pokemon Company and Game Freak have always been like their own separate entity that Nintendo just owns a stake in. We can only go so long without talking about GTA 6. So let's talk about Rockstar's most recent tweet being on February 4th. They had tweeted out, quote, "With every new project, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we previously delivered. We're pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the series is underway. We look forward to sharing more as soon as we are ready, so please stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire for official details. On behalf of our team, we thank you all for your support and cannot wait to step into the future with you." So yeah, that's basically confirmation that Rockstar is working on the next GTA game. Everybody's saying this is GTA 6, and we all hope it is, but they never fully outright said it's GTA 6, and that scares me. I don't know. It has to be GTA 6, right? Like, it has to be, right? It's time for one of my favorite rotating segments. McKenna, are you ready for this?
Oh boy. Oh, yeah.
It's time for Cesar Makes McKenna Guess Numbers.
No! I'm so bad at this game.
I'm gonna give you like information around it before I make you guess, okay?
Okay.
This week we had two big numbers come out for the Switch and the PS5. The PS5 in its first year, being released November 2020, and as of December 31st, 2021, it has outsold the Wii U's lifetime sales. The Wii U, which was launched in 2012, has sold 13.56 million as of 2019. In the PS5's first year, how many units did they sell? I'll give you some numbers. I'll give you some numbers to guess with, okay? 20 million, 17 million, 34 million, or 14 million.
14 million is what I was thinking, just because it's the closest to 13 and a half. So I'm gonna go 14 mil.
It is actually 17.3 million.
Dang it. I could have been further away. I'll tell you that.
You could have been further. But this week, the more significant one, the Nintendo Switch has outsold the Wii. And the Wii is one of the highest selling consoles of all time.
Mm-hmm.
In the Wii's 5-year lifetime, it has sold 101.63 million units.
Good for the Wii.
For the Switch in 5 years, how many units did they sell?
I was thinking, I'm thinking double the Wii. 200 million.
Now you gotta remember, they had just surpassed.
No, I believe.
You believe in the Switch? You believe in the power of the Switch?
I believe in the power of the Switch.
It's actually 103.
I was close. I was only 97 off. 97 million.
By Price is Right rules, you're technically correct.
Yeah, it's no biggie. It's fine.
We'll give you that one.
Thank you.
So, Nintendo has been on a recent copyright spree recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that they're cracking down on is hackers. And as a result of Nintendo cracking down on hackers and stuff, they are going to send Bowser to jail.
No.
Let me talk about this more. Because you might be thinking of Nintendo president Doug Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
But what if I told you there was a hacker named Gary Bowser?
Oh my god. What are the chances?
The government wants this Gary Bowser to face 5 years of jail time for creating and selling devices that had pirated games on them. Basically, he just is pirating Nintendo games and selling them, which people shouldn't do. But I love that the guy that was in charge of this, his name is Bowser.
Out of everybody, it was also Bowser.
What if?
They're related. They gotta be related.
They gotta be. They have to be.
They have to be.
What if they're not even first cousins, right? What if they're brothers?
Oh my god.
And they're separated. They were twins.
They
were separated at birth.
They were separated at birth. This is a movie. I am not convinced this isn't a movie plot.
Thank you for checking out this week's episode of Patch Notes. Be sure to check us out on social medias at Patch Notes Vids on Twitter. You can follow me at Caesar Towers. Follow McKenna at PotterPants212. Like the show, share it with your friends. Follow us on Spotify, all that good stuff. Thank you for tuning in this week, and be sure to check in next time when we give you your weekly Patch Notes.